Okay, so here they're going to ask us to rewrite each equation into slope-intercept form. So somebody tell me, what is slope-intercept form?
Y equals mx plus b.
Good. Y equals mx plus b. Okay. Well, what form is it in?
Point slope.
Good. It is in point slope. What is point slope?
Y minus y. Y equals parentheses x minus x.
Very good. Okay. So it's in that form. They want me to get it into slope-intercept form. So what do I need to get by itself?
Y.
Y. So remind me again, what's my first step on that one?
Distribute.
Distribute the
2.
2. So I'm going to have y plus 4. 2 times x gives me 2x. And then 2 times a negative 3 gives me a
Negative 6.
negative 6. Okay, I'm still trying to get the y by itself. So what would I do with the 4?
Subtract 4.
We're going to subtract 4. Because it's a plus 4, we're going to subtract 4. Do I subtract it from the x or the 6?
6.
Good. So y is equal to 2x minus 10. So here's my first question. Somebody remind me, what's my slope? 2 over 1. And what's my y-intercept? Negative 10. Are we okay? I want you to try the next one.
Yes.
Okay, so on this one we're going to do the same thing. We're going to distribute first. The problem is that that's kind of ugly looking, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I want you to think about it this way. If there's not a number, what number's there? 1. A 1. So this is actually a negative 1, x plus 1. So what's negative 1 times x?
Negative 1x.
Good. Negative 1x. And what's negative 1 times 1?
Negative 1.
Negative 1. Was that so hard?
No.
It just looked ugly.
Very.
Very good. So now what?
Add 3.
Plus 3.
Good. Add the 3. So we have y is equal to negative 1x.
X plus 2.
Okay, try the next one. All right, so on this next one, let's take a look. We're going to distribute, but they have one of those ugly fractions, right? So y plus 2 is equal to 2/3 x. I'm sure most of you did okay with that, right?
Yeah.
But where you got stuck is when it said 2/3
I didn't get stuck on that.
times a negative 3. How do you write negative 3 as a fraction?
3 over 1.
Over 1, very good. So I'm going to remind you, what's 2 times negative 3? Negative 6. What's 3 times 1?
3.
3. So what's negative 6 divided by 3? Negative 2 over 1, right? Okay, now, I'm going to show you just another step just to make sure. If I saw this and I was working that problem, I would know that my 3's canceled out. Right? I have one on top and one on bottom. They can just cancel. And then what do I have left on top? A negative 2. And then I have just a 1 on the bottom. Do I care which way you do it? No, I'm just giving you some knowledge that you can use. So right up here, this should have just been a negative 2. Oh, I told you wrong. I apologize. So right here, I would do what? Minus 2. So y is equal to 2/3 x minus 4. Okay, one last one. Do we need to do it or no? We're good. We're good? All right. So now we need to do which equation represents the line that passes through the point negative 6, 2 and a slope of negative 1. Well, let's look at our choices because it's multiple choice. What format did they give it to me in? Good. What's the formula for point slope?
Y minus y.
Okay. So let's do easy first. They give me the slope. Where's the slope in this equation? The m, right? So if I come back over here, is negative 2 my slope? No. So this one's out. That means that's not my choice. What's this number? A negative 1. Oh, that could work. What about this one here? Ah, that's a negative 1. What about this one here? Negative 1. Okay, so I can't eliminate any more. Sometimes that's half the battle. On some problems, you can eliminate all of them just by that one little piece of information. Okay, but that didn't work here. So now I don't have a point, a negative 6 and a 2. What is the negative 6 representing in this point? X1. Good, this is my x, right? My x1. So that means I can put right here into x1 a negative 6. So that means x minus a negative 6. Well, now let's come back over here. They all have 6s, don't they? Some are positive, some are negative. Which one do I want? A positive or a negative? Why do I want a positive? Good, because a minus and a negative make this x plus 6, right? So that means I just eliminated this as one of my choices. Are we okay? Confused why where? Okay, so all I did is that these are in this formula, right, when they're set up. So I'm just taking the information they gave me and I'm plugging in. So I'm saying, okay, the slope is negative 1, so I want my m to be a negative 1. So I went and compared all of my slopes to see which ones were negative 1s. So it could have been those 3. And then I came back and said, okay, I have a point that's negative 6, 2. So my x value that I'm going to plug in right here needs to be a negative 6. So my formula is x minus a negative 6, x minus a negative 6, which is really an x plus 6. So then I just came back here and compared this, and I said, okay, which one could it be? Well, this says x minus 6. Remember, that over there is x minus a negative 6, which makes that really x plus 6. So now it could be either A or C. So now I'm going to come back, and now I have this 2. The 2 is representing the y one, right? So this would be y minus a 2. So is it A or is it B?
C.
I'm sorry, A or C is C. Very good. That's because I teach math. We don't deal with letters, we do numbers. Are we okay, though? Do we understand? Okay, so sometimes all 3 of these really looked very similar, didn't they? All the difference was that sign, that positive negative. And this one, what is the slope of a line given by the equation? Y minus 5 equals negative 2, x plus 5. What is the slope? Good, negative 2, because the formula is y minus y1 is equal to m times x minus x1. M represents slope, so it's negative 2. All right, next one. Write the equation into slope-intercept form. What is slope-intercept form?
Y equals mx plus b.
Okay, so this is just like what we were just doing, right? Good. Solve it on your paper. Let's see how you do. So what'd you do first? Distribute 2 times x and 2 times negative 3. So y plus 2 is equal to 2x minus 6. You're going to subtract 2 from both sides. So y is equal to 2x minus, did you have the answer with C? Last one? Right? What's the y-intercept? Can I just look at this and know what the y-intercept is?
Now you have to solve for y.
What letter do we use for y-intercept?
B.
B, very good. So I'm looking for B, and in this format, it's y minus y1 is equal to m times x minus x1, right? So if I'm trying to solve for B, then I could sit here and distribute out, couldn't I? So y minus 3 is equal to 6x plus, what is that, 24? Then I would add 3 to both sides. So therefore, y is equal to 6x plus 27. Yeah, but Miss Ramsey, I don't even understand. Why in the world do they have the zeros in front of them? What do you mean it's the y-intercept? It's on this y-axis, right? And if I were going to graph that point, it would be 0 and some number. What number? Are we okay?